With grocery prices top of mind for many Americans, people are wondering just why the cost of everyday staples like eggs and milk are so gosh darn high. When it comes to milk in particular, the answer might surprise you. So alongside tariffs, immigration plays a big role, according to the National Milk Producers Federation. CBS News Race and Culture and CBS Reports got a rare behind-the-scenes look at how these forces affect you in a new documentary called The Price of Milk. It follows the journey of the people who help bring milk from the farm to your fridge. Take a look.
Can your farm survive, John, without immigrants?
No. It would be the end of dairy farming here. I would have to adjust my life somehow, and I'm not sure I could do it, but I'll have to.
What about wages? How do undocumented workers impact wages as a whole?
It depends on the industry and it depends on the job. If immigrants are playing a complementary role, then it's going to have a positive impact on job creation, on wages and everything else. If they're competing, it's going to have a more negative impact.
What are the solutions here? How do we harness the benefits of immigration and minimize the aspects that Americans had at the forefront of their minds when they went to the polls and the ballot boxes?
We absolutely need to take control of who comes here and who doesn't. We need to set up a system, and we need to enforce our laws and make sure that if we're going to say immigration is great for America, that we are making those decisions ourselves. Number two, we need to reform our legal system so we have real channels for people to come here. So you will not find a single farmer who doesn't say that we could have an agriculture system without immigrant workers, but there's not a functioning visa to meet those demands. And the third is we need to recognize for people who have been here who are undocumented, there needs to be an earned way for people to say, hey, I am going to get right with the law, I am going to get some legal status. And if you do those three things, you will have a system that works, and we won't have a system where there is a huge undocumented population.
Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady joins us now. Kelly, thank you very much for joining us. So what did you learn about why the milk industry in particular relies so heavily on immigrant labor?
Well, I mean, partially it's that a lot of Americans don't want to do these jobs. I mean, it's very grueling. You're getting up at 3 in the morning. But I mean, you heard that farmer in Camilo's piece say that without immigrant labor, his business would cease to exist. Now, of course, not all of that immigrant labor is undocumented, but nearly 50% of dairy workers are undocumented. And we're talking about work that happens in all 50 states, people and businesses from all over the country.
What did your reporting reveal about the Trump administration's policies and how they might impact this industry?
So they could go up if you were to deport all of this undocumented labor. So the National Milk Federation says that if you were to get rid of all immigrant labor, you would see the price of milk double. Now, by no means, like I just said, is all of that undocumented. So you could see the price spike, just not as much as that. But I think, as you heard in the clip, this documentary does also tackle the challenge that the answer is not black and white. And you saw that tension really reflected in the ballot box this fall.
With the price of milk, if you got rid of all the illegal immigrant labor, would the price of milk go up because then the companies would have to pay more to get Americans to do the job?
Mm-hmm. Exactly, but also what we heard from farmers is, look, one farmer said in the past 20 years, he had 2 people who were native born come apply for a job and 150 who were immigrant born. So you may not even be able to find that labor no matter how much you pay.
Because no one wants to do the job, or is it just too tough for them, or what's
a mix of all of it. You know, you're working in remote places, you're getting up at 3 a.m., you're shoveling manure. It's not necessarily on the top of everyone's list, but clearly it is critical to a product that we drink and eat every day.
What would people most find surprising about what you discovered?
How many people and industries touch this very simple product? You just go to the grocery store, you pick up a carton of milk. You're talking about farmers, truck drivers, people who pasteurize this, sell it at the grocery store. That was the thing that I was so surprised about. And when you have a little chink in that supply chain, you could see the financials impacted.
Yeah, you really could. Kelly, thank you very much. Appreciate it.